everybody. This is Jason, your fitness captain again. Can you tell I'm confident? And I'm just trying to inspire your passion, of course, to work out.
Hey, hello everyone. How are you doing today? Good morning or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Of course, this is Jason Boxing and Fitness, baby. That's right. I myself, as I said on one of my last boxing videos, unfortunately, I've been out of boxing and fitness for over 8 months. I damaged my intercostal muscle. I keep straining it over and over again. And you're probably wondering, Jason, why the hell are you guys telling us that? I hope you're not wondering that. But anyway, got that out of the way. But this video is on the big boxing fight coming up tonight, folks. I guess you could call it a super fight. I think it could be a crapshoot. Hopefully it'll be a great fight. And who is it? You know who I'm referring to, the main event, right? Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero. And these guys are like best friends. Everybody's been talking about it, right? That knows these guys and knows, what's been going on. It's great. They're friends. But, sometimes, are we going to see a competitive fight? Are they going to go for the gusto, each of them, to try to put the hurt on one another? Or are they going to be hesitant because they are friends, which you could sort of understand. But this is professional boxing. Hopefully they're going to do their part and try to stop the other, either TKO or knockout, right? Because a lot is on the line. And both of them have, of course, 2 losses each, right? Teofimo Lopez lost against, who was it, that guy? Kambosa? No, not Kambosa. Oh my God, I think it's Kambosa. No, I can't remember, I'm sorry. But anyway, Teofimo Lopez has got 2 losses only on his record. We'll go over them in a moment. And Rolly Romero has 2 losses. Of course, Rolly Romero, we know, got KO'd by Tank Davis. And to Rolly Romero's credit, he was doing very well in that fight. That was several years ago. Speaking of which, we'll go by dates, my friends. If I can find my reading glasses for just a moment. Oh no, I can't. Just a sec, folks. Oh, here they are. Sorry, my friends, I got to do this. But hopefully you don't mind. So Rolly Romero, the fight is on again tonight, Saturday night, of course. He's got Rolly Romero's record, 17 wins, as I said, 2 losses with 13 knockouts. He's a multi-division world champion who has held titles at lightweight, super lightweight, and welterweight. His last loss, as I said, was a KO by Tank Davis. That was on May 28, 2022, right, everyone? So for all you boxing fans and hardcore boxing fans, this information, of course, and video is for you. Boxing, the best sport out there, one of them at least. I've always been a huge boxing fan and boxed, toyed with boxing myself. I love hitting the punching bag. Anyway, major title history, WBA. Interim lightweight title in 2020. This is Rolly Romero again. WBA super lightweight title 2023 to 2024. He held the WBA welterweight title 2025 to the present. So that's awesome for him. And by the way, I heard one of the commentators, one of the analysis. He's got a huge YouTube channel. Maybe I'll get his name some other time, his channel name. But he mentioned Rolly Romero's abs. I mean, the guy's got his shirt wide open. He claims he's found religion in God, and I don't doubt him. But it's interesting that he's got his shirt wide open. And the commentator, I thought it was interesting. He noticed, of course, it's hard not to notice, his abs are thick as hell and very defined, obviously, as most boxers have very good, defined, and amazing core. But Rolly Romero, I think he takes it to another level. As the analyst thinks it's genetics. And of course, we know Rolly Romero has done judo, and that builds amazing core strength. And Rolly Romero has a lot of power. But, as some people have said, has his chin been diminished? A lot of people think so. with some of the punishment that he's taken the last several years. But I think Rolly Romero was correct in saying, hopefully he's correct, that he thinks that, the chin, he was sort of alluding to, the knockouts was because he was depriving himself of calories to make probably the lightweight division, one of the divisions here. So we'll see. We'll see in this fight, folks. You guys can leave me a comment. Exactly what weight do you think they'll come at in the ring? And what was their weight on the scales? Because I forget. I apologize. Now, I did like Rolly Romero's, one of the analysts has said this, that he liked Rolly Romero's energy. He thought he had a lot more energy, or more energy than Lopez did. And he liked his swag, at the presser. So that was cool. They're trying to build up the fight naturally. I don't think it's selling real well, this fight. I hope they sell a lot of tickets, but we'll see. We'll get the numbers after it's all said and done. And just lastly, ending on Rolly Romero for a moment, my friends. I think this fight, as some people have surmised, it will go the distance most likely, but maybe not. We'll see. Personally, my friends, I'm worried that this fight there could be a fix-in. Are they going to agree to take this fight to the distance, not put too much punishment on one another? And in one way, I wouldn't blame them. But in another way, obviously, we don't want any fix, right? We want this to be an authentic, pugilistic fight, a competitive fight for real, right? But a lot of commentators have been reluctant, I believe, in my opinion, to say certain fights have been fixed, even recently. I won't even name them. I've talked about one of the fights that I sort of thought was kind of fixed. I said both. The funny thing is, not everybody likes this, obviously. Sometimes it gets to me too, but both, they like acting like clowns. They have their own personalities, and they have great personalities overall, but sometimes they act a little bit too clownish, I think. But perhaps, it's to each their own, but they're amazing people, amazing guys overall, great hearts. So let's see here. Yeah, and that's about it for Rolly Romero. I think I wanted to say on that. Other than in 2024, when Romero lost, it took away Romero's WBA super lightweight title. Was that from his loss to Tank Davis, folks? So again, there's a lot on the line. Oh, he lost his WBA title 2024, I believe, against Isaac Cruz. So again, Rolly Romero lost against Tank Davis several years back, and his last loss was against Isaac Cruz, the Pitbull Isaac Cruz, I should say, right? Another excellent fighter. And we know Tank Davis is a devastating puncher, so there's no, Rolly Romero doesn't have to feel bad that he lost against Tank Davis. Now, Teofimo Lopez, my friends, let's go over his bio briefly. He's 29 years old. Please leave me a comment, my friends, too, if you want to tell me how old is Rolly Romero. And I think, as one analyst said, it sounds like sometimes Rolly Romero may not even be in the fight game much longer. He may be, I'm guessing, 30 years old himself. But Lopez is Teofimo Lopez, again, 29 years old. He held the lightweight and light welterweight titles in 2 weight classes, capturing the unified and linear lightweight titles in 2020 and the WBO super lightweight title in 2023. He suffered 2 professional losses, as I said earlier, in his career, resulting in the loss of his world championships. The major titles he held, he had the IBF lightweight title won by defeating Richard Comey, I believe, in December 2015. The WBA Super, WBO and the Ring lightweight titles. And he had a collection, so he lost that collection, my friends. Or he got I'm all over the place, sorry, my friends. He got this collection of titles by upsetting, remember, the superstar Vasily Lomachenko. That was an excellent fight. Teofimo Lopez is a super talented fighter. I think much more talented in some respects than Rolly Romero. and we'll see how the fight pans out. But, you know, this put Teofimo Lopez sort of on the map in boxing, right? He got all those titles by beating Lomachenko in a unanimous decision. I think the fight was very, very close. And to Teofimo Lopez's credit, we know if you watch that fight, it was in the 12th round, especially when Teofimo Lopez turned on the gas. And Lomachenko couldn't quite keep up with him in that 12th round. It took a lot of punches. But, you know, Lomachenko claims he had a shoulder injury, which I think he did. Hard to know for sure. But so there's that. And I think when he beat Vasyl Lomachenko, that was a unanimous decision, right, in October 2020, making him at the time the undisputed lightweight champion, the WBO and the Ring Super Lightweight Junior Welterweight titles, won by defeating Josh Taylor. So he beat Josh Taylor as well via unanimous decision in January 2023. So excellent bio here. And his only losses, sorry for butchering the fighter that he lost to, my friends. It was a shocking loss, a lot of people thought. I was shocked too that Teofimo Lopez lost against Kambosos Jr., who is an excellent fighter, but I think Teofimo Lopez is a way more talented and powerful puncher and even faster than Kambosos. I mean, this is the thing about Teofimo Lopez, everyone. Everybody's talked about this that have analyzed him, is that he's got a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers, as we know, right? And he's a great counter puncher, but he's got to prove that he can, you know, fight more on the front foot. Again, against Shakur Stevenson, my friends. Teofimo Shakur Stevenson, I think a lot of times, to his credit, was trying to get Teofimo Lopez to come after him, to chase him. And Teofimo Lopez is more, he loves to counter punch and is very, very effective at that. And of course, Teofimo Lopez did lose a unanimous decision against the great Shakur Stevenson, who's rated, you know, some people rate him as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter these days, if not #2, #3, right? So again, first loss and only loss, or one loss, was against George Kambosos. That was George Kambosos Jr., November 27, 2021. He lost the WBO, Super IBF, WBO, and the linear lightweight titles in a stunning split decision upset, as I said earlier. And that was his one and only professional loss. Oh, and second professional loss, as I said, against Shakur Stevenson. That was, of course, on January 30th, 2025. No, sorry, 2026, so recently. And that's when he lost his WBO and the Ring Super Lightweight titles, I believe, in a lopsided unanimous decision. So there you go. That's some of the bio of the amazing Teofimo Lopez. Again, brief bios on both fighters, folks. I think it's important to go over. They're excellent, superb fighters. But, you know, again, I don't know. Have I ever been truly impressed by Rolly Romero? I think sometimes I have. But, again, I think we'll see. Is Teofimo Lopez, is he going to show that he's a much better quality fighter, or slightly better? I mean, to Rolly Romero's credit, everyone, hopefully this will make this fight more exciting, is that in the last few fights, Rolly Romero, in the last several years, he's become a better fighter. He's more patient, and he's had to be, right, folks? Because, you know, when you go against top-notch competition like a Tank Davis and others, when you're ultra aggressive, it's only a matter of time, especially if you don't have an iron chin, you're going to take severe damage and possibly get KO'd or TKO'd. This is the hurt business, after all, folks, right? And as the great Mike Tyson, one of his famous lines, remember the former heavyweight champion of the world, the youngest ever to win the heavyweight title, he said, what was it, something to the effect of, everybody has a plan until they get hurt. And I think he also said it's the hurt business. So I'm looking forward to this fight, my friends. I'll watch it hopefully tonight. If not tonight on replay, but hopefully live. Hopefully you guys will get a chance to watch it live. If not, tomorrow, whenever you feel like it. And I hope you enjoy the fight. I hope we all do, my friends. I hope these fighters are genuine in their intentions. But the cynicism in me, because they are friends in large part, I wonder, could there be a fix in this fight? Could the fight ultimately be fixed? I hope not. I really, really hope not. And I like both guys a lot. I really do. They're great guys overall. So that's my analysis a little bit here today, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm, again, Jason Boxing and Fitness I go by. Hopefully, oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, my friends, would you please subscribe to this channel, especially if you enjoy it. Give me that thumbs up. It helps with the algorithms. Also, apparently what helps with the algorithms is if you share the video, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it, okay? Definitely love those subscribers too, and new subscribers. Thank you, everyone, and thank you to all of you that have subscribed to my small channel right now. I haven't done a lot of videos. It's a new channel in terms of boxing. But, you know, hopefully we'll do more analysis and cover more super fights out there for you guys and gals out there, okay? Thanks so much for listening. Thank you for watching. And again, have yourself a great Saturday night and hopefully enjoy watching this fight. And have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye. See you next time. Oh, by the way, Teofimo Lopez's dad is his trainer. Isn't that cool? There you go. See ya.